for more reaction to this. I'm joined by Frank Onyekwelu, who is the president of the Nigerian Citizens Association in South Africa. Frank, a very good afternoon to you. Thanks very much for your time. Perhaps before we get to what the president said or didn't say, just very briefly what your Citizens Association actually does.
Good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to all the viewers. Nigerian Citizens Association South Africa is the umbrella and apex body that is in charge of the welfare and the well-being of all Nigerian citizens resident in South Africa. We collaborate and work together with our missions, our High Commission in Pretoria, and our consulate office in Johannesburg here, to attend to the needs and welfare and well-being of Nigerians, also educating and teaching them on the rule of law, the requirements of immigration, and people-to-people relationship within our host nations. This we do on daily and weekly basis. Thank you.
Just your thoughts on what the president, the two presidents of South Africa and Nigeria had to say yesterday during that binational commission.
Well, it's a good and welcome development. Though we are still analyzing all the contents of the discussion and deliberation, MOUs are signed, but the entire 11th session of the Binational Commission is a good and welcome development by both presidents. And Nicasa, as Nicasa, we believe that this will strengthen the diplomatic relationship existing between the both nations and will yield greater positive results. We are also looking forward to our senior citizens that will carry out and ensure that these MOUs that were signed, they are implemented and not just to be documented on paper. In doing that, it will improve the relationships, the business-to-business relationship, the people-to-people relationship, the political relationship between both nations, and enhance our cooperations in building the economy of both nations and the entire Africa. And so it's a welcome idea, it's a welcome development.
But in terms of your lived reality in South Africa, what for you are the key issues, if you were to mention or go through no more than three?
Come again, can I get the question clear, please?
What for you are the main issues? What are the key issues that you're dealing with on a regular basis?
I think one of the major issues is the issue of immigration, the home affairs, the permits, and the documentations for legality, which is, according to South African law and constitution, that every foreign national must abide with. And so relaxing it and making it easier to acquire, it's one of the top challenges that we have faced over time. And I believe that this 11th section that have just been concluded will go a long way, because I believe that such discussion has taken place, and we will see further relaxation and cooperation between both countries' citizenship and senior ministers in ensuring that the rule of laws are upheld and obeyed. And also, we also look forward to people-to-people relationship. Let's South Africans and Nigerians relate more. We are brothers, we are one, we are Africans, and there shouldn't be hate between us. There shouldn't be, this harassment and intimidation between both communities. We want to work together, we want to relate together, and we want to develop both economies together. These two nations are the giants of Africa. And when they come together, collaborate, and work together, a lot of development, a lot of community or economic improvement will be seen in our communities. And so it's more of working towards the migration, the people-to-people, business-to-business relationship, and the diplomatic agreements and ties. If we can work on them and build on them and remove the hate and some of the speculations that are going all around, we can now come together, community to community, people to people, understand each other, work together, speak to our communities, our people, and further enhance our relationships. Thank you.
Just as a parting shot, we have run out of time, but just on those two key issues that you've raised, relaxation of permits, immigration laws and permits, what exactly do you want relaxed? And I'm asking this because as you heard me saying in my introduction, when the president said what he said, which his office now says he was misunderstood, but of course, which was the source of the uproar on social media platforms. What exactly what is the problem now with, because the minister, I think, tried to explain that there's an initial stage, and then once you then apply for a visa, you'd still required to produce, the passport, which my understanding says or suggests applies to virtually everyone. So why would you want those relax those, and if so, how?
I think there is no misunderstanding there in what the president says and what the Minister of Home Affairs says. We need to understand the protocols and the procedure. When you apply for a visa from any embassy or high commission, you either do it online or do it physically. When you submit all relevant documents, which includes a copy of your international passport, they will process it. But when the visa is approved, you still need to now come back. Originally before, when you do this application, you submit your original international passport and it stays there for a number of time, which in some cases hinders other things you want to do with it. Or maybe you want to fly in out of the country for 2 days and come back, whereas the application might take a week or two. And so in this relaxation now, people can do the submission, and when they receive notification that the visa is approved, they can now come with their passport, submit it to the High Commission of South Africa in Nigeria for the permit or the visa to be placed inside their international passport. In terms of the relaxation of the permits, we want the Home Affairs and the South African Ministry to make it more easier for documentation requirements, give more education on what is required, and we, Nicasa, will take it up from here in conjunction with our consulate office to educate our people and let them know what documentation that are required, what processes it will take, and the ability for them to submit these documentations and requirements by themselves and not going through a third party, which in some cases, leads to one other situations that some of them are not conversant with. So that is the relaxation we're trying to bring in, the requirements, the procedures, that it will be more open and more clear. Let me also use this opportunity.
Just a quick one. We have run out of time, but I needed to speak to this as well. The people-to-people relationships you are talking to, where you say there is, or suggest there is a great deal of hate. What do you think is responsible for that, or fuels that?
I think it's lack of understanding of both communities, their nitty-gritty, their tendencies, and their dynamics, where they are coming from. If we can have proper understanding, I think it's something that it's not on the deep, it's on the shallow. So the people-to-people relationship, we need to understand the South African system, the South African tendencies, the South African rule of law, the South African their requirements for foreign nationals to remain within their countries. And when we understand this, we also need them to also understand where we are coming from. We're not coming here for any negative or bad purpose. We come here to correlate, to join hands in developing the economy, contribute to the growth of the GDP, and also work together to build Africa as in totality. This is what I mean by that.
Okay, that's where we're going to leave it, Frank.
Can I please use this opportunity to appreciate
for
our
your
president?
time. Frank Onyekwelu, president of the Nigerian Citizens Association in South Africa, reacting, of course, to comments that were made in the context of the binational commission that was held yesterday in Cape Town between President Cyril Ramaphosa and the president of Nigeria. Lots of things are being said there, which, of course, we'll continue to unpack here on the program, but across the channel.